Was a Sunday night. Sam and Jack decided to do a Netflix and chill night because Sam's parents weren't in the house that night. When Jack arrived, Sam went down to the basement, searching some movies, but she found a Ouija board. It was very weird because her parents were very Catholic. But ignoring all her feelings, she took it and decided to play it with Jack just for curiosity. They were starting to play when they heard a scream. Jack decided to check what had happened. He left Sam alone in the room. Jack took a long time in the kitchen, so Sam bravely decided to look for him. When she arrived, she realized he wasn't there. A few minutes later, Sam heard loud noises from the basement and decided to check in there if there was Jack. But he wasn't. Once downstairs, Sam got locked inside the basement without being able to open the door. She got desperate, so she tried to scream Jack's name, saying that it wasn't funny because she was very scared. But no one answered back. She tried to light on the light bulb, but when she did it, the light bulb exploded, so she was getting more scared.
She screamed until she collapsed and lost consciousness. The next day, she woke up in her room and thought that everything had been a bad dream. But when she looked out of her window, she found the police and the ambulance, so she started to realize that Jack was dead, and she found out that everything had happened. But she didn't know how she ended in her bed the next day. She went to her dad and asked him what had happened last night. She didn't find him, but she found the maid who told her that Jack had fallen from the stairs the day before and had only suffered serious injuries. Later, her father arrived to the house and greeted her as usual, so Sam had been waiting him and asked him if it was true what the maid had told her about Jack's accident. Questioned that, his father responds indifferently, "I'm sorry for your loss, daughter, but you must go ahead. Get ready to go to school." Sam says, "I don't like school. We're treated like patients, and there's not enough free space." In the end, her father decided to ignore her once more and still send her to school.
Outraged, she goes up to her room to get ready for school. When she had arrived to her classroom, her teacher saw a rare behavior about her, so he decided to call her. He asked her the reason why she was like that, to which Sam responds just with a sad look. The teacher asks her again, and Sam decides to tell him, with hope of finding some answers or solutions to her confusion. She said that the night before had happened quite strange things of which she couldn't find a logical explanation. Besides that, when she told his father what had happened, and he had only responded with an indifferent, evasive, and nervous response, the teacher decided to act in the same way as the father, following the current, hoping that Sam left his subject aside, when in really he only had been successful in arousing even more the curiosity of Sam. After several days, Sam had been sad and confused when she thought she saw Jack crossing away the schoolyard. She decided to follow him. Then, when she reaches him, she asks him what was happening, that he is supposed to be dead, and if everything had been a lie to her. So Jack responds, "You should take to someone like your teacher or your father. They can help you to understand what's happening." At the same time, the teacher called her, and Sam turns to see him. And when she returns, she looks at Jack, and noticing that he wasn't here, confused, goes with the teacher and tells him to believe that she had seen Jack only a few minutes to what Professor responds to her. "We have to talk." And he takes her to the living room.
The teacher told her, "Look, the truth is that there is no Jack. Nothing has been happening to you. In your house, you don't have a maid. This is not a school, it's an asylum, and I am your psychiatric. My pleasure, my name is Daniel. You have a disease called psychomnesia. There is schizophrenia with amnesia. Every now and then you forget things. The last time passed 2 months. Sam, devastated, goes home to cry. When she arrives with her parents, she begins to complain. Why you don't tell me about my disease? You knew I've been suffering all this time. To what their parents respond. We tried to help you in everything we could. But you are sick and sooner or later you are going to forget this. After a time, Sam forgets everything had happened and the story repeats itself until the day of her death.